average blows, competitive spirits. Yeah, 13.
Happy day and what it do?
Yes, sir.
It's your boy K. Listen, being average at anything is never great. Being above average at everything kind of makes you awesome.
Yes, sir. And I go by 3% Chi, and the 3 represents the percentage of the world that's identical twins.
Yes.
And of course, I'm still seeing, touching, tasting, hearing, and smelling. So what I got to complain about? So I know a lot of people, like, they see identical twins, and we have kind of the same identical twins fraternal thoughts.
Right.
But some people, they think identical twins, they can feel the same pain.
Right,
They can think the same thing. First of all, I just want to say
telepathy.
Yeah, right. Twin telepathy.
Look at me stumbling.
we may think similar sometimes.
Yes.
But as far as me feeling your pain, I think I can feel your pain just like I can feel the pain. Like if someone was to get hit by a bus in the street and I'm watching it, it's just like ouch, I think that hurts.
Yeah.
But then I move on. Like
Right, yeah. I can empathize with it or sympathize.
Oh, so okay. So the reason why I brought that up is for
Step Brothers approach.
Right. So
Yeah.
every episode I'm gonna try to start this way, where I'm gonna count to 3, and we're just gonna say what's on each other's mind, and if it's
Not on each other's mind, on our own mind. And
yeah.
Hopefully, if y'all get what y'all want, it'll match up. We just gonna go. We
All right. So say whatever's on your mind.
I know.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Allen
Pizza
Iverson's
Sprinkles.
cornrows.
All right.
All
So yeah. Definitely not thinking the same thing
Not
here,
at all.
but we definitely are identical twins. Not below the belly button, but everything else, is I guess similar.
And again, hold on. It's just important for me to mention. Ever since the first episode, I have been brushing my teeth for 2 minutes. I have been doing more than 6 minutes for washing my hands.
Oh, more than 6 minutes or 6
Oh,
seconds?
6 seconds. Whoa,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not.
It's germaphobe.
I'm stealing company time at that point.
All right. I'm not timing it, but I'm somewhere in the ballpark, I think.
Okay, I'm timing it.
Do not quote me on that one. So yeah, I just want to apologize for the last episode. I'm not sure if any of you guys are gonna be able to like hear what I thought I heard, but right after the episode, I looked at Kay. I was like, "Yo, bro, you dropped 50 on me, dog." Like,
Yeah.
it's just I felt so. Russell agreed.
Russell agrees.
I felt weird, and I think the reason why I felt weird is because in these situations, when I'm talking about like social media or just creating any type of content, I'm usually like in control of that.
Right.
And
He felt I dominated the conversation, and you know what?
not even that he dominated the conversation. Is more so because we try like this approach where it's like K's gonna take the lead, I'm gonna take the lead, K gonna take the lead, I'm gonna take the lead, and that just it I don't know. I don't know what that says about me as a person, like not being able, like
you could be better, bro. You could be better, but we all could be better.
Yeah.
However, this is conversation. You know how conversation works. Somebody talks, somebody listens, somebody else talks. You know how convo go.
Well, yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that I'm not used to coming off the bench. That's the road that you're used to.
Hey,
Hey, but you was the 6th man. You was the 6th man last game. You did your thing, bro. Respect. Anyhow, I'm gonna start it off like this. 9.1% of Americans have a phobia, and the second most common phobia is something called agoraphobia. And that's like, I think this is something that you can relate to. Like, you probably have this one. When you're like scared, not scared, but you have a fear of entering open spaces and or crowded spaces. But you making that face like, what?
I'm saying why did you automatically assume maybe you could relate to this? Is that something like for you?
No, it's not something for me. That's not a twin thing. No.
Oh.
I was going by based on like you remember you played football, right?
Yeah.
At Dolan, how many touchdowns and yards you had? You didn't have much, so I figured you was probably scared of open spaces. Like.
Wow.
So that no.
Aiming off the head. Yeah, I don't have. I'm not. I didn't perform how I should have.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Well, you fooled me. I'd rather you.
Underwhelming.
My fault.
Yeah.
I'd rather you say that you had that phobia.
Okay.
'Cause it makes sense.
We don't live in that world of. You're gonna hear this later too, but that world of excuses. No, I just underperformed. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Point blank. Period.
I can't even say like the accountability. I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Respect. But how do you feel about that though? 9.1% of Americans have phobias, and then the second most common one being.
Well, I mean, again, so this is gonna. I said again, I ain't saying anything to begin with, but this is gonna be something that when we hit on the Your Honor section that I can really get into depth of or about. But yeah, I mean, I seen that as well. So that equates to about 19 million people.
Right.
And it's life, like fears are very real. And
But I'm specifically like just
That
open spaces or crowded, because that's not something that you can relate to at all.
not or crowded areas.
Like, I mean, me personally, I don't like New York because it is so crowded. You never know what the hell's
Well,
gonna
yeah.
happen.
So if I go into like a grocery store, well, because it all starts with the where. right?
Where you going or where you're at?
Where I'm going, because you gotta obviously, I would think you're mentally preparing yourself for whatever such occasion. You going to a concert,
Right.
I know there's gonna be a lot of people there.
Okay.
Right?
Wait, you mentally prepared to go to a grocery store?
Some people may if they have.
I'm asking you.
No, I don't. Well, yeah, actually I do. Yes, I don't. You know, it's not in my. I don't like going to the grocery store. That's generally Honey Mustard's. That's my wife.
Me too. I don't like going either.
Usually that's her duty to go, and I'll get all the bags from the car. But yeah, because I'm more of a, and I think a lot of people can relate to this. I'm more of a straight to the point, right? If I'm going there, we got a list. It's this, and that.
Right.
But when I go with my wife, we get in a conversation just because I'm there. She's like, "Oh, don't you like this?" Like, nah, that's not on my list.
It's not what we came here for.
I don't want to get it.
Not to go too far off topic, but you said your duty, or not your role, I guess, is when she come back, you take the bags from the car.
Right.
How many trips do you make when you do that?
Ooh, I always try to make one.
That's
However, the water gets me sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn.
If it's like 8 to 12 bags plus the water and maybe a milk, like so I got to swallow my pride.
I'd rather I'd have both of my hands full. I'll put like 3 bags in my mouth if I have to. Like I'm not trying to make more than one trip,
man.
Right.
One take Timmy.
And whatever stays in the, like if something is in the car, then that's just gonna have to stay in the car till next time.
And that's good. In the wintertime, you got waters,
Right.
And you already got some in the house, so you don't necessarily need a refill right now.
And that's called working smarter, not harder. Leaving that somewhere in the fridge.
Most important, I do say this again. I know you Pause Patrol people are out there.
Hey,
we ain't worried about you.
I'm not even addressing that no more. I'm not gonna say pause or I'm trying my best not to say pause no more.
I think because there's a Pause Patrol community,
well,
and I just want to make sure I address y'all. All right.
He said, I want nobody to feel left out.
Right.
We talking to y'all, but I'm ignoring y'all. I just want y'all to know that. Okay. But anyways, going back to mentally preparing for like going to like wherever you're going to deal with people and stuff. You were saying.
Yeah, I think that everybody should mentally prepare before you go. It kind of like you just know where you're going, right? Know what you should know what you probably don't know.
What does mentally preparing like mean? Like, is there a checklist you go off in your head?
So I'm going to a concert. All right, there's gonna be a lot of people there. Obviously, I'm gonna see a lot of people. All right, cool. So when I see a lot of people, it doesn't take me by surprise.
Gotcha.
Whereas if you was going to, you invited me over, a friend invited me over, but all he told me was he invited me over. Then I go and it's basically a party. Now I'm kind of caught off guard. You know what I mean?
Would that make you feel some type of way aside from like being caught off guard? Like it's like, bro, like why you ain't let me know?
Absolutely, because that's gonna, well, as an adult, not too much, but thinking about my younger years, like that's gonna totally dictate what I wear.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If just me and you, I might come through in my PJs. I thought we was just gonna play some 2K. You was gonna get this work.
And are you still referring to in your younger years or right now, in terms of what you wear and with the amount of people that's going to be there?
Right now, it don't matter too much.
Okay.
I'm probably going to wear the same thing. I mean, you know, my wife did a great job. She outfitted the boy with a whole bunch of, like, sweat from head to toe, you know, matching sweats.
I want to address something from the last episode, and I don't think I was able to articulate myself properly. Yeah. It's not that I don't value clothes. I value wearing the clothes that I have.
I'm backpedaling a whole
I'm not backpedaling.
Later.
If you can listen to it and you hear what I'm saying. I just want to make it clear, set the record straight, that I don't value buying clothes. I value the clothes that I have, my style, and wearing it, but I do not value buying clothes.
It was poorly articulated then.
I don't think it – okay, whatever. It needed clarity, so I cleared it up. And speaking of which, my wife also just bought me a shit ton of clothes.
Decked out?
Yeah, matched my style.
Sweats and all that?
Yeah, for vacation. Not sweats, but shorts and summertime gear.
Gosh.
I'm ready for that.
Beach vibes.
But yeah, I mean, okay, so agoraphobia, you mentally prepare. You don't necessarily have a checklist, but it's just knowing, like, all right, how many people gonna be there?
Yeah.
What I'm gonna wear.
Right.
Okay.
And yeah, just getting yourself ready for it. And also, just for anybody who don't know, talking about phobias here, right?
Yep.
Definition of phobia is extreme or irrational fear of or aversion of something. Aversion meaning a strong dislike.
Okay. It's not like I was thinking of, like a 10-year-old kid version.
This guy. But with that also, I seen a stat on verywellmind.com, shout out to them, right? That it's phobias are more prevalent in teens. So it goes up from 9.1% to about 15.1%.
That makes sense. And I'm not sure if you know the stat on this, but how many of that has to do, or how much of those stats have to do with like the dark, scared of the dark?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't read too much into that.
Okay, so like not a monster under the bed. You don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would hope that's not going into the teens.
I mean, hey. I think, and I guess I'm snitching on you as well. But
no, speak for yourself. 100%,
I mean,
speak for
I was
yourself.
peeing in the bed to like 13. I think.
What they got to do with the dark?
It has nothing to do with the dark. I'm just saying that's something that you would think you would stop in the teens. But I mean, unfortunately, my body was like, "Bro, you gonna get this pee."
That's like that goes down to like, how was you potty trained? If you was potty trained well, what was your parents allowing you to get away with? Or
you trying to put that on pops? You rather put
I ain't
that on
getting this
Pops?
blame. I ain't bring it up. I ain't getting this blame.
I was just basically just trying to say, like, there's a lot of stuff that you feel like it shouldn't go into the teens, and it does.
It wasn't that yeah. You're right.
All right. Well,
You're right.
and wait, so what was that percentage again?
15.1 in teens. So it jumps up about 6%.
So it was 9% for just all people, but then of that 9%,
it goes higher.
Got you.
15%.
All right. Arachnophobia is like the fear.
Arachnophobia.
Yeah, arachnophobia is like this is actually the most common phobia.
Okay.
The fear of like spiders, insects, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, I don't necessarily have a fear of spiders, but centipedes, bro.
Ooh.
I can't. It's something about them legs, like how many legs
you
they
have. A fear of them, or just because like I get goosebumps, it makes my skin crawl a little bit when I see them. I'm not scared of them. Kill them immediately.
I don't think having a fear means that you're scared. I think those are two different things. Being fearful of something and being scared of something are two different things. But like I definitely like if I see a centipede, it does something to me. Like my heart beat a little bit. Obviously, I kill it.
Okay, no, you're right, because fear does the definition is like an unpleasant emotion,
Right?
But caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain, or like a threat.
And have you ever been bit by a centipede?
I don't know if the centipedes bite.
But that's the unknown. Who knows what it does if it gets on you? I'm not letting it get on me. They quick. I'm not gonna lie. They is quick with all them legs.
So you're scared of centipedes?
I'm scared of the unknown. Oh yeah, I'm scared of centipedes. Yeah, absolutely.
You're scared of centipedes?
But no. That's a phobia. Or I mean, maybe I'm scared of it. I don't know. The point is, I see it. It does something to me. I kill it.
So does your skin crawl though? Like
absolutely.
get those goosebumps?
Absolutely.
Okay.
My heart
that makes me just want to kill them that much more. Like we're faster. Gotta eradicate the problem.
It's like when a dog growl at you or a cat like does the back and it makes
that's different.
That's different.
I get scared of that.
It don't make you want to just like, man, shut the. Even though you kind of scared.
If it's my animal or something, they doing that to me. Yes. Because bro,
so
like, you're not even like that.
Yeah.
A random cat or dog on the street. Like if I was trying to pet them, or I wouldn't be trying to pet random. I'm lying. When I was in DR, I was definitely petting random dogs. They was just all over. But
Kay was petting all the stray dogs. Felt bad for all of them. Can't do
relax. All right, but if they start showing their teeth or something like that, because I don't know what their personality is like.
Right.
So you're giving me a warning. It's accepted.
Okay.
It's accepted.
Okay. So I mean, you feel the same way with the centipedes, millipedes.
Well, yeah. I just like for me, I'm not gonna say it's not a fear for me, but it definitely does make my skin crawl. Whereas there's some people like if I see it, I'm not gonna jump like oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god, and run out the room. I know like my wife, she sees it, she's run out the room. She's gonna call me. If she's seen the centipede right now,
she gonna call you right now.
I'll get a phone call right now.
Come home.
Yeah.
Come home right
Babe,
now.
you're not gonna believe it. There's a million of them. It's half of one, right?
What's half of one? Like,
because I think that if you cut it in half, it's still gonna, it's one of those. I believe it's one of those.
Now that adds an additional, not fear, but just like, oh, dang. So you gotta make sure you really squash the whole thing.
Yeah, you gotta kill it. It's pretty much like a worm. If you cut a worm in half, one half is still gonna be.
I guess I've really been under this rock, or like when people have been learning these things.
You don't go fishing.
You go fishing?
Not as much as I want to, but fishing is fun.
No, I agree. Fishing is fun. We went before together. I'm not sure what we caught, but we definitely went together before.
I guess you just didn't see a lot of worms. Right? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
As a kid, clearly that's where we defer. I seen a lot of worms as a kid, and I experimented. I would cut them in half, cut them and slice them and dice them in pieces. That might sound cruel and unusual, but I did it. I'm sorry, right?
I'm not forgetting the topic at hand, but you just kind of reminded me of something. You said experimenting, then you mentioned like a worm. So do you remember when we was down south North Carolina and
yes.
you know where I'm going with this?
Operated on a frog?
We operated on the frog. Some of y'all might not believe this, but I swear to you, I don't know how was it dead already or did we?
I think I'm not admitting to anything.
What's the statute of limitations? We good. We are good, bro.
But my unprofessional opinion is that it was no longer breathing.
It was when we found it, or
no, when we was operating on it. Well, forget everything else you're saying.
Hold on. Okay, so yeah, we found a frog, or a frog found us. I would like to say he found us.
Sounds way better.
For whatever reason, we thought it would be a good idea to play doctor on this frog, and I guess he needed a hernia repair. I don't know. We thought he needed something, so it was like, look, we opened this, we gutted it up,
we opened them up,
and
added some things that who knows,
sand, dirt. We just thought,
but
yeah, and then wait, did we stitch him back up, or did we glue him?
We did something. We closed it back up. I don't know if it was stitching or stitching, right? Sewing it back up. Yep. Yeah. We sewed him back up, and what?
He started hopping again.
He was hopping around, hip hopping.
that was. I mean, I don't know how in that moment my mind didn't say like, "Oh, you're about to be a doctor." Like, I don't know how, but that definitely happened, and it's great that you remember that.
Yes.
I'm not making that up.
If anybody think that we're the frog that we operated on is it's no longer around, but there used to be a show or a TV network at the W Bank.
Oh,
that's him.
That was the yeah, right.
You never think this was saving his life, but we did it.
I want to cut, bro. I want to cut. All right, so my fault. To go back to what we were talking about, I said arachnophobias is like the fear of spiders and stuff. Roaches, ants. I feel some type of way. This is, I guess, a little story time. I'm not sure, but I feel some type of way. First off, there's this guy on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook now, but before Dasquan.
Right.
And he had a status before, and it was like, if I see a roach in the office, like I'm out, like I'm clocking out, I'm going home, and like I guess to say like he's scared of. Not scared of, but that's like beyond or below him.
Right.
I don't know. I feel that made me feel some type of way. It's okay if you're like scared of whatever, but like when you're coming from a place where you had these things before,
right?
And like what I don't understand.
You're going into assuming. Right?
I guess I am assuming,
which is dangerous.
Right. Yeah, my fault. I'm an ass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an ass.
Yeah.
But anyways, let me go to what I really was trying to say, like about roaches. We've had roaches growing up.
Yeah.
And so. When other people who haven't dealt with roaches before, and like I know it's their experience, so you can't like say nothing about it, but like let's say they have ants, so ants to them is bad, and it kind of like pisses me off. Like if an ant got on my burger, I will eat that motherfucking ant. Like I won't do the same with a roach.
Hold on.
What's up? What's up?
Yo! What?
If
an ant got on your burger, you're still gonna eat the burger.
Yeah, because I don't.
You're gonna eat the. You mean like, and you got it away, like you got it off of it?
I'll still eat the ant too, especially if it's unknown to me. If you seen the ant,
you mean like you don't know that it's there?
Yeah, right. Because it's not a big. What I'm saying is not a big deal.
Oh, I'm saying the way you just said it was like, if an ant got on my burger, I'm gonna have an ant burger.
Well, technically,
that's what you're just
that is what I'm saying.
But you're saying you don't know of it.
But even if I did and I can't catch it, it's like it's not gonna do too. I've eaten the ant before. I've eaten the ant before.
Boy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. See, twins fraternal. Like, you know what I mean? You're identical twins, but I'm not out here.
So how would you survive?
What you mean?
Like in the wild or something?
That's not our situation.
It's not, but I mean, you got to prepare. You mean some more preparation.
we got to prepare?
Yeah.
That's how I should be preparing, just going out eating ants?
No, but but the whole point I'm bringing that up is just because like I just feel some type of way like when whatever. I guess I'm ignorant to I'm being ignorant to like people's circumstances, situations. Right. So I'm gonna just. Do you have something to say
about that? About all I would say is, first of all, social media is a place where a lot of people over exaggerate. Right. Yeah, because if I see a roach, I'm leaving in the office. If I see a roach in the office, I'm leaving. You're getting fired, bro. You're not. No, you're not. You're not leaving, bro. You're not leaving.
Well, that's a proud shoe. That's a proud shoe. All right. Well, I mean. I guess that's that on arachnophobia, I guess. Do you have any personal phobias?
I don't.
You don't have any personal phobias?
No.
Okay. So I'm not sure if this is a phobia that can be. I don't know if there's a definition of this type of phobia, but I do have like I said, an actual fear, and I'm scared of like when I pass like sharp objects. I don't know why. For what reason I think of that sharp object going in my eye, and like I'm like like I kind of try to avoid the sharp object.
Well, I mean, I try to avoid the sharp objects too, and I have I don't know if anybody can see, but I have like you remember?
Yeah.
I got hit with like the side of a glass table before, and it left the mark. I had to get staples or stitches.
He got a scar on his left, near his left eye.
Scar on my left. It looks nice though. It looks nice.
Yeah. They say all the bad kids get that.
No, it is like you see it a lot actually. Mm-hmm. But so I'm not fearful of it, but I am more conscious of it.
Got you.
Right. I'm thinking of that like whereas these are wooden edges. It doesn't really. It's not the same thing.
Okay. I mean, even still though, any type of edge, any type of sharpen, anything for me, I'm just like, let me go ahead and do a football move. You know what I'm saying? Juke it.
They say you got a fear of it. You got a fear of it happening. But not necessarily seeing an edge of a table or something like that doesn't make you feel any type of way.
Yeah, it doesn't. But I'm super aware of it.
But is that what a phobia is? Like,
well, that's why I said I don't know.
No, I know. Well, now I'm asking if somebody like their phobia was table edges. Mm-hmm. Does that mean when they seeing table edges, period, that makes them feel type of way?
Right. Yes.
And, okay. So and that's not you. You're just saying you see them. Maybe you had a bad personal experience. With table edges.
Yep.
So now when you see them, you're more cautious, especially when they're around sensitive areas.
Right. And just to be clear, it's not necessarily just table edges or anything. It's anything sharp.
Sharp.
And I think what kind of plays into that, and I don't know if you want to speak into this or if you know anything about it, but we have my older brother, Jamar, and we we'll probably have him up here at some point,
Right.
to talk about how he the bullying techniques or whatever, right? But so this is what I just got sick and tired of him allegedly bullying us or me, right?
There's no alleged.
Well, I'm saying I ain't going for that. No, we ain't little no more. But anyway, so what back then, like they had these face
Yeah, like
oxypads, right? And Jamar, he was big on oxypads, bro.
Cleaning your face.
So I said, you know what,
Second
like
episode, special episode.
Yeah.
Hygiene.
right? So I was like, yo. I'm not about to, just ask him for the fair one because I don't want to do that to him. Like, I want to beat him up,
Okay.
So,
Right. We live in
Anyway,
La La Land now.
Hey,
All right.
hey, whatever. So I'm not gonna fight this dude one-on-one. Clearly not gonna do that. But what I decided to do was take a glass bulb, crush it down as small as it can get, and I put little pieces in his what's it called again?
His oxypad.
His oxypad.
Stupid.
It-
Stupid idea.
It definitely was a stupid idea,
Yeah.
but it worked. It got what I needed to get done.
It did, but you didn't think of the
the
consequences.
consequence. I did not. But in that moment, I was both happy and fearful.
In the fearful, woo, because he whooped this. He whooped him.
Yeah,
He whooped him.
He did win. But
It wasn't
anyway,
worth it.
that kind of, I guess, also plays in like why.
You feel
Yeah,
that
because
way?
it can happen and someone can be like spiteful or whatever and do something like that to you.
Right.
I did it. So like I've repented.
The thing is, like, so when we get into like phobias, and I'm gonna say phobias because I don't believe in phobias.
Got you.
Right. It's a dangerous way to live.
It
Right?
is.
You're limiting yourself in so many ways because you're thinking of the not. I won't say the impossible because it's certainly possible. Some things that can happen,
Uh-huh.
but you're just limiting yourself thinking about those things. So some things that you won't even try. So you don't even know if you like it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's
But that's also
wild to
like
me.
learning from other people's experiences. Like, yeah, you probably never tried it, but maybe you seen it done and it was like a horrible experience.
well. I'm just getting to phobia.
But I think that also counts. Like that can be the reason why someone develops a phobia.
Or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not just like you just think of something that you've never seen before and you're never gonna try
Yeah,
it.
but I'm saying so now, like, let's say that if we reverse the scenario that you just laid out, right?
Yeah.
When you put the crushed glass and
Yep, yep.
oxypads. So now, what, like, saying if I got from that, like, damn, I'm scared to use face products now because there might be something in there.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like but no, like you need to clean your face.
Yeah, but there's other ways that you could do it. But I understand
Yeah,
what you're saying.
yeah.
I just wanted to just
Push back alert. Push back alert.
I will not hit that.
Alert. I hit it.
I will not hit that, bro. And I should have had this on the last episode, like because we were talking about clothes. Do you remember that one time where speaking of Jamar, he put ketchup on all our stuff?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Ridiculous.
Like, what do you remember why that was?
I don't, man. I don't. But you know what? I was actually happy. I was happier that was the outcome than the ass whooping. So
Oh, so something that we did?
I don't know if it's something that we
Oh,
did.
you mean in general,
He
you
could have
take
took it out a
that.
different way. Yeah, could have put your paws on me, and at that time I wasn't capable. But I tell you what, right now,
Hey, it's two of us, goddammit.
it's like Smokey from Friday.
So
Or,
yeah.
roll the dice. I won. Give me my money. You what? I lost.
That's fine. So you tell me to shut up, I'll shut up. But you know what I'm saying? When
When
you
you
leave,
leave, I'm talking to you.
nah, I'm on that ass in my mind. You heard?
Hey.
How? All right, whatever, bro. Whatever, bro.
I'm just saying, lies get that too.
Lies?
Yes.
What did I tell a story about?
No lies. I said, you say I'm on that ass now. Like you go, what you gonna do?
But that's what I'm saying. I ain't tell no story.
Copy.
In my head, I'm on that ass. That's what I
Copy,
said. In my head, I'm on
copy,
that ass. You know what I mean?
Copy.
Do you have any stats relevant to
Phobia.
or spiders?
So the spider. I just wanna. I mean, because the statistic that you read, what was that stat?
The first one
Or the main phobia is
the main arachnophobia.
arachnophobia, and that is to do with spiders,
Insects, yeah.
Is rodents in there too?
Right, small little rodents. Mice.
Oh, all right, cool. Because that's a big one. But there was a stat on NIMH.gov. So I'm sorry. Yeah, so follow me here. But it's 12.2% of adult women have phobias. And I didn't look into what they was, but I can almost guarantee. I want to say I put the bank that it falls into that one.
Of what?
Arachnophobia. Yeah, arachnophobia.
Why would you
Because majority of women that I've dealt with in my life were scared of spiders. Were if they seen a mouse, mice, rat, like their reaction is not my reaction.
You know what would help you women out that are scared of these mice and whatever is if you stop pretending like you don't like cats and a cat will destroy a mouse or
So
any.
if you women stop, you talking about just these 12%?
Yeah, well, in general, period. I'm tired
Because
of.
how you don't hear of
Go ahead.
a cat guy, cat
Huh?
man, but you hear of like
Cat
the
what?
old cat lady.
Okay.
So I'm saying, I think it's more women that have cats than guys.
Well, no, I think that's well, not in my experience in today's world. Like I live in a different world.
But
But my experience is every female that I've come across, they've not liking cats. Is that even what liking? They have not liked cats.
yeah, we just have a total different experience.
Oh, who like cats?
Who likes cats?
Yeah, from everybody like cats from
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Everybody that I've dealt with in my past like cats. Whether I if we're talking about people I've dated or just that I've had I conversed with. Yeah, so like
okay.
cats, no problem. It's not like cat scared me or cat what.
No, I mean
What?
I guess I just want to backpedal.
You backpedal?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I mean, my experience is everyone, including my wife, she don't like cats.
Yeah.
It's like
I think that's where it comes from for you. It's like
it's not just her though. A lot of people, cats ill, like they're mean. No, they're not. You saw like a witch something when you was younger, and you held on to that. And I'm not saying this is about my wife seeing the witch thing. I'm just saying in
no,
general.
yeah.
There's
So what you were getting at was that if more people,
got cats, then they'll take care of those mice.
yeah, but what about spiders? Cats ain't out there. No, they are gonna be picking at them and jabbing at them.
Right.
But you know, the spiders is up in the ceiling, up in a little corner that you can't reach.
I mean,
They're gonna be there. Is what I'm saying. It's more of them than there are of cats. I went to my garage. And when I was trying to do a whole little man cave thing in my garage, right?
Uh-huh.
I brought my vacuum
Yeah.
down there, and I got rid of all the spiders, all like 100.
So you thought?
Yeah, go back down there like 2 weeks later. I see some jumbo-sized spiders. I'm just like, you know what? You guys are meant to be here. So you got
they
it.
spot.
Yeah, you got it.
So do we know what type of spiders like is in that arachnophobia? Is it just all
No,
spiders?
It might just be because, like, for my wife, it don't matter. It can be the smallest, a spider. Maybe it's not even a spider. It could be an ant, but she thought it was a spider.
And then she just because she thought it was a
Yeah,
spider.
she's jumping. Ah!
Are you? I mean, I know you said you got no fears. I guess.
I said I got no phobias. Don't do that.
Oh, so hey, what you fear for? Besides me busting that ass, what else you fear for?
Say I go with the generic one of being a failure. No, but like when I set goals,
Yeah.
I would say fearful, but like I'm hard on myself. I like to be hard on myself, and if the closest thing to a fear would be like not attaining it, but not just not attaining a goal, like not attaining it because of myself. Like I didn't do enough, and like trying to like it's a mental thing.
So there's nothing that like aside from self, there's nothing else that like kind of gives you, I don't know, the EBGBs.
But yeah, if I was in the jungle and there's a lion in front of me, yes, I'd be scared for my
That's
life.
right. You know that they say you're supposed to you run after
at
the,
it. Yeah. I don't know if I'm trying that, but it sounds good. It sounds good.
I mean, I might have to try it just
okay.
because.
Listen, I love you, bro. I want you to be here. Don't try that.
I'll say if the options is run away from it or run to it.
Oh yeah,
it's like it's gonna catch me at some point.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
let me just try it. Hopefully I got a stick or something, make myself look a little bigger, and then just go in. And hopefully that whack that I give it, I got one good whack in me.
I wonder where that came from. Did that come from like people who watched Tarzan and it was like, you know what, the best way to do this might be.
I hope it came from actual experience. So it's actually like knowledge that can work and save somebody's life.
Right.
But yeah, if it came from like a Tarzan or a cartoon or something,
Even if it came from and I mean I know we get still around with the topic here. If it came because I like rescue channels on whether it's Facebook, YouTube. Like I watch a lot of animal related things, and there's a few rescues that I watch where they take lions and or tigers and they're trying to stop them from going extinct or whatever.
Okay.
And but from that, like they have like real relationships with real relationships. They have relationships with these animals.
Yeah.
Where like the animals are used to seeing them and stuff. So it's a different like than if we went into the jungle or the wild.
So you're saying maybe in that situation.
Yeah, well, if they I wonder if somebody in that situation tried it and it worked in that situation.
Oh yeah.
But it's like you domesticated an animal.
But don't try that in the wild.
Yeah. Try you coming at me because I think they know what their prey is.
Right. Right. And then now I think about it, like after watching like a few documentaries of like lions and their prides and whatever.
Yeah.
For what they do be looking super hungry and like.
And you looking like the best meal that they can find.
Right.
So
Because the domesticated ones are well fed. The ones out in the wild, they got to work for that food.
Exactly. And you running at me, it's an easy there. Imagine you was starving.
He said, thank you.
Say, imagine you was starving and buffalo chicken, like literally the wings is coming at you.
Right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
A little bit of AMSR.
I ain't got nothing else on.
All right, no, but we are at the 30, so you know what that means. Tell me what it means.
So we have a segment called Your Honor, and this is where we get to level up and get competitive with each other because
yes, sirski.
every day we don't do like a physical sport or just something where we could be competitive in a way that does something for us.
Right.
So in the Your Honor segment, this might not necessarily be our personal beliefs, but we're trying to be competitive with each other and compete with each other. So let's get it popping.
No further ado, here we go.
On today's docket, are social phobias real? All right, look, I'm the prosecution today.
So he'll be arguing for social phobias, and I will be arguing against social phobias, Your Honor.
All right, quiet in the courtroom. As I give my opening, so social phobias is a real thing. In fact, 1 out of 20 people, they have a phobia. Okay, so I mean, even elephants are scared of mice. Like, just think about that. How big an elephant is, they scared of little mice. You know what I'm saying? Phobias are real. So, Your Honor, Your Honor, people, the jury, I'm asking you guys to find this guy, or at least when I'm done, I'm going to prove to you guys that this guy should be found guilty of disrespecting the medical field and actually set tripping because Kay used to have the Meek Mill braids, but now you come in here with the fresh box braids. So, well, anyways,
Badger in the witness, Your Honor.
I rest my opening case. I mean, my opening statements.
All right, Your Honor, I am here to tell you that phobias are just not real, all right? We all can understand and relate to people's fears or being overly nervous to something. That's real. That's regular human nature, right? But when we get to dressing things up with fancy terms, what are we doing? We are giving people excuses, right? That's all a phobia is. If you break down what phobia means, again, phobia is extreme or irrational fear of something or a strong dislike. If we went around calling everything phobias, what kind of world would this be, right? Everybody have a certain phobia. If I did, there's a lot of people that I dislike. I don't have a phobia towards you, Tom. I don't like you. I just don't like you. So I'm going to rest my opening statement. I'm going to rest my case right there. And
you gonna rest your case?
I'm not resting my case. Go ahead. Okay. It's your turn, sir.
All right, look, little bro, can you please go to the stand?
I'm on the stand, Brody.
All right. So I'm going to just ask you some questions. Please answer as honest as possible.
All right.
I'm not here for the charades. All right, so answer as honest as possible. And if you are found to be perjuring yourself, I ain't going to do nothing. But
yeah. Your Honor?
All right, so before basketball games, right? When they're singing whatever the national anthem, right?
Perfect.
What is? Can you describe how you feel in that moment?
I have I'm a little nervous. I have some jitters.
Okay.
But I'm excited. Okay. The overall feeling is excited, sir.
But what was that first word that you used?
Excited.
The first word that you used?
A little. Nervous. nervous.
All right. When you got fired from Walmart, from Wally World, right?
I did get fired from Walmart.
And
thank you for sharing that with everybody.
Look, can you stop going back and forth with me?
Your Honor, he's pulling out.
I'm asking the questions here.
You got it.
All right. So when you got fired from Walmart, and when we both got canned from Eastern, right? And I had the only job working at Lowe's, okay?
Right.
May you please describe the feeling that you had in that current state of knowing that the only one that got the job, and that rent was due in 17 days. Can you describe that feeling?
Yeah.
Describe it.
Overwhelmed. Yeah.
Okay. So you're not nervous a little bit, like how we going to pay these bills?
Not at all. Overwhelmed.
Okay. But before the basketball game, you did say nervous.
It was one of the films that I described, sir.
Okay. Okay. So So a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, especially when the outcome of an event is uncertain. That's what we call anxiety, right? And anxiety, can you stop talking? Anxiety is a phobia. It's just more extreme, right? A phobia is something that you will shape your life around avoiding that thing. So, do you have a job?
Yes, I do.
And the job that you have pays your bills?
Yes, it does.
Why are you not? Why don't you don't want to work for anybody?
No, I don't.
Why do you have a job?
Pay my bills.
Okay, so you have a job to pay your bills because you don't want to not be able to pay your bills. Is that fair to say?
What are we doing?
Is that fair to say? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So you have shaped your life around not working so you could pay your bills. Is that correct?
I don't have.
Is that correct? Yes or no?
Rephrase the question, please.
You have a job right now, correct?
Correct.
And the job that you have right now pay your bills.
Correct.
And the reason why you don't not have a job is because you know that you need your bills paid, correct?
Facts.
Now, I'm going to let the defense go. Thank you, Your Honor.
Terrible job.
Appreciate your opinion.
Your Honor, I would like to introduce a couple of words. One, extrovert. Another word I want to introduce, introvert. Most people would know the difference between the two, but if you don't, introvert, you don't really like talking to people, right? You're more to yourself, self-reserved. Extrovert, you don't mind. You gotta, you're not socially awkward. I think introverts are socially awkward. Extrovert, you like talking to people, a very social person, right? Now, if somebody had, let's say, because there is a phobia, I don't know, and I'm sorry, Your Honor, I don't know the name of it, but there's phobias of like
I object. It's called a social phobia.
Social phobia. Boom.
Right.
There we go. Thanks. But you see what we're doing there? We've all been that kid who was afraid to present in front of the class. Maybe there was two reasons for it. One, you was afraid or scared of, maybe you misread something and the other kids in the back say, "Oh, you're stupid, Larry. You're dumb." Or maybe you just put together a project last minute. Right? So you knew your project looked like ass compared to Jessica's project. And she just went. She got an A+ already. Her project was so good that they told her as soon as she was done presenting in front of the class, you got an A+. Now you got to follow that up with something that you just put together with toilet paper rolls at your house. What if this kid just said, "No, but I have a phobia. I have social phobia. I can't go." No, that's not an excuse. Your Honor, you know, I'm gonna turn it over, and if you don't have nothing else, if we're getting to our closing statements, then I'll hit him where it hurts.
All right. So this is indeed our closing statements, Your Honor. I don't know why the defense is trying to prolong the process.
Oh my God.
I asked if he does that again, can you please just rule in my favor and get him out of here? All right. That being said,
that sounds threatening.
Hey, look, can you stop talking when I got the floor? Anyhow, so Jessica, little Jessica, she presented a bomb project. Right. Yes. And you realized that you have to follow up. Yes. Since she did such a good job, and yes, I made my project out of paper rolls, toilet paper, or whatever, I am now scared that the teacher is gonna like look at me and say, "You didn't put no effort or whatever into this." But the main point that I'm trying to make is there's a feeling of scared or fearfulness, which is, it goes back to anxiety, and anxiety is, or a phobia is anxiety. It's just a more extreme version of it, where you try to live your life avoiding that thing. So moving forward, I'm going to do my work on time, first off, and maybe I might partner with Jessica so I don't have to, not have a bomb project. So anyways, Your Honor, once again, I had the hair K on the stand, and K, he admitted before a basketball game, one feeling that he felt was nervousness. I want to repeat to you that the definition of anxiety is a feeling of worry and nervousness when you are uncertain of how the outcome of an event is going to play out. That being said alone, the fact that he's here still trying to argue that phobia is not a real thing, he should be struck down. Now, I do rest my case, you taco-smelling mother sucker.
Oh, right. I did use the taco deodorant, so I find that very offensive.
Get him out of here.
But, Your Honor, while I want to apologize to you and the audience that we had to listen to that bull jive, right? So, again, what did I experience in the beginning of a basketball game when they're singing the national anthem? And I know we practice 6 days before this game. If we don't win this game, we're going home. That's it. End of our season. Yes, I experienced some nerves, right? Being nervous is that's a real feeling. That's a real it's a real feeling, right? I don't need to dress that term up. You notice that when the prosecution was going, right? He had to throw so many subs in there. nervousness, which is a form of anxiety, which then can be deeper linked to the hyperbolic chamber of phobia. Come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
I object,
Listen,
Your Honor.
Hey, all right? Should I object to that bull job you was reading? But let me say this. Let me say this. Two things. One, again, we get into a very dangerous place when we're dressing up simple terms and giving them fancy names like phobia. Yes, there are real fears, concerns that happen to people, right? Our experiences is going to create all of that, right? However, what we're not going to do is dress it up real nice and give somebody an excuse, a cop-out, right? So let me say this. Phobias are as real as being afraid of the tooth fairy because you heard the tooth fairy steals coins from the leprechaun and put them under your pillow, all right? I rest my case there.
All right, guys, that was the Your Honor segment. Please meet us in the comment section and either tell us who you think, won that case or just whatever you feel about phobias.
Right.
Good job, bro. Good job. I don't think you won, but good job. I can respect the research.
Good job for sure. And again, these are not necessarily our personal views, just our chance to be competitive with each other in a healthy manner.
And I enjoy that very much.
Me too. When I was a kid, at some point in my life, I did want to be, and this is not really on topic here.
It's okay.
Easing off topic a little bit. I did want to be a lawyer or at least a public defender just because my experiences, and I know this might be a future episode. But because my experiences with the justice system, and so the Your Honor section just give me a chance to relive that.
Right, and plus, I'm sure you're big on true. Well, not necessarily true crime, but especially the lawyer part of it, like when they're in the courtroom and stuff like that. Me too, and I always be thinking like, why didn't you say this? Why you didn't say that?
Right.
So now I kind of get to say what I mean.
Exactly.
And I also got a newfound respect because it is a little difficult. I mean, this is us just doing this kind of no rules. And I know in legal, there's mad things that you got to,
things you can't say, in front of people.
Which is crazy to me.
If you have the slip-ups that I have, maybe they're going to discredit you a little bit.
Right.
Oh, he don't even know how to say this, or he don't know how to pronounce this. And it's like, oh, can you read, ma'am?
Okay. Hippo, or I'm going to try this. All right. You ready to know where I'm going with this?
No.
Okay.
You say hippo? Or
no.
You say hippo.
Hippotomonstrous quipedaliphobia.
Wow.
Now, I'm sure I botched it, and I try to go as slow as possible to get that out. That is the fear of long words. That is 36 letters long. I'm not going to try to say it again.
Hippophobia.
I'm just going to mumble rap next time I say it, goddamn it. But first off, if I'm just imagining being in class and we're talking about phobias and that's in the textbooks and my teacher call on me to read, fuck it. I'm walking out. I'm walking out. Hey man, I'm going to IRS. I mean, ISS.
ISS.
Yeah, in school
so
suspension.
You're going to IRS. He said, you kicked me out of class. I'm going to do your taxes.
And I don't know how with my math skills, goddamn. If 2 + 2 ain't 7, you know what I mean? Hey.
Thought anyone?
But yeah, that's crazy. Can you try to pronounce that word?
I got to see it first. I don't have it in front of me, but how about food that had a hippopotamus?
That sound about right.
Learn. You see, one take sent me over here.
Yes, Sirski. Is there any type of statistic that you might have seen on like phobias in water?
No.
How do you feel about water? Or like
people being afraid of water? Like
well, yeah, okay. Forget people being afraid of water.
That.
You respect people being afraid of water?
Well, no, not take a shower. You gotta drink water. You need a healthy amount of water.
Like the ocean type thing?
Yeah, like open bodies of water. Where again, I think you said earlier in the show that you had fear of the unknown, right?
Oh yeah, right.
So
right.
yeah, you don't know what's in those waters.
Do you feel that same way
about open waters?
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of open waters, but I'm also smart enough to like not put myself in those situations.
Right, like
I'm not jumping off the boat.
You on a cruise? Everybody jumping? Nah, I can't see my feet.
Right,
I can't see my feet.
Okay, this water looks pretty deep.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. There's no land around. I'm good. I'm not doing it.
Is there anything that you seen that like surprised you, or like it was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard just phobias. Period. That's because I think it's like I know that it's it's taking things to the extreme. But in the definition, it says like the strong dislike of, and I think people like when I was saying that excuse thing, right? Like, because that's like you said the medical field, like a medical term, pretty much for it, right?
Right.
And yeah, like 'cause you can have a strong dislike for something, and that shaped your thought process or the way you feel about something.
But isn't that's just a component of it? It's not.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, that's one component
okay.
that makes it. You know what I mean? Like just like an extreme or again a rational fear of something. You know what I mean? Like that's one component of it, and just phobias. Period. Like that phobias fascinate me because I like who prescribes that you have a phobia.
I'm not sure if anyone.
Or who determines that?
I think it's just based on. I don't think like you go to a doctor and the doctor says.
So you don't
got
think
a
that there's
phobia.
medicine for? Because there's medicine for everything these days. You don't think like they'll give you some type of medicine?
My heart
for
just
phobias?
started beating if there is actually medicine for it. Because I'm like, let's say the fear of spiders, right? The Acnophobia.
Right. Oh yeah.
Like how
you can't really.
Right.
Yeah.
So if there's if someone gives you medicine, you go to the doctor and they want to give you medicine for that. I'm saying, hey, they might be giving you crack pills.
So you might want a new doctor.
Right, like, oh man, yeah, I can imagine being medicine for any type of phobias. But I just think it's just something that, like, yeah, they did create a name. It's just like I know you were saying in the thing, like they dressed up a fancy term.
Yeah.
But like it's you kind of gotta name things like food, like corn, and then there's corn on the cob, like
because those are actual things, right? So corn on the cob is where like the corn like that's the corn.
Right.
And then when you take it off, you just have corn. It's
But
no
you
longer
could
on the cob.
But you can simply still just say corn.
Yeah.
Because you're not eating the cob, so you can just. All I'm saying is,
being nervous,
right?
Being scared of something, and like reasonably so, right? Like being scared if you're a tiny female and you got to walk past like 3 huge guys, like I would think that's a reasonable fear for you to do that. Like you don't know how they might act, like, if they're gonna hit on you or whatever. That's reasonable.
So you don't
But
believe?
from there, would you say I have a phobia against walking past men?
I mean, I think that would fall into the social phobia of like crowds or certain people, because there's like where you just look at yourself weak and you look at other people as superior. So like, yeah, I mean that's a real thing, especially women and men.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, yeah, that is a real thing.
Right.
I'm just saying as it relates to putting the phobia tag on it.
I mean, you need to call it something. What would you call it? You would say, oh, you're scared? What would you call it then? Like, what would be your solution of like not dressing it up? Like, how could you address? Are you saying like it just?
Yeah, you're like these are things that make me nervous, and like you list off, or these are things that make me scared, or these are things I'm scared of, or because I mean like, or whether or not like fear is a real thing. Like to some people it is, to some people it's not. But if you want to say that, like these are things that I'm fearful of. Okay. And then you say, "Oh, these are my phobias." I just mean because there are some instances where it can be seen as an excuse. I know you're not agreeing too much with the excuse thing.
Yeah.
Again, because if it's like I don't know if you did the research on that. Like if that's like if it came like a
just real quick on that. Moving forward, I'm more of straight opinions, no research type guy. But
I'll hit you with the facts.
Yeah, K will hit you with the facts. You know, he comes. Well, the statistics say on littletwinbrother.com, like that ain't me, right?
Like I did read wrongkai.gov, but I'm not gonna tell you what it said. I'm just gonna give my opinion on it, and you're gonna agree.
Yes, sir. But where were you going with that?
Oh, listen. Being afraid, being happy, being nervous, being scared, anxiety is a real thing. Like that, it's his own. I think
phobias is like kind of a subcategory type thing. Like I definitely understand what you're saying. Like why we gotta all this stuff? I
don't even use it.
Like nervousness to anxiety to phobia.
I don't use it in my everyday vocabulary or my vernacular. It's not there. Like phobia. Actually, I haven't said phobia in years. Probably before this pod today. I haven't said it in years.
Guilty as charged. Me too. But I'm just saying, I understand what you're saying, and I do kind of also understand like having to put a name on something else. Like you got chili dog, and then you put cheese on it. Dog. Right. Like you still got to kind of separate. But
I understand that. I definitely understand that, and I am not trying to discredit anybody who does have any real like phobias where it changed the course of their life because they're that scared of, or they don't like something that much.
Right.
Which I just thought that would be called hatred, but
Whoa there, bro.
So you see where I'm going with this, man?
Do you have? I'm not sure if this is a phobia, and I don't necessarily even like we can,
Go.
but where does like trust issues and fear like combined, or does that even? Well, yeah, I mean, it depends on your experience.
So if you have trust issues,
It's based on something.
Yeah, but you're just fearful now that people aren't telling the truth. Like, it's going to hurt your quality of relationships because now you're coming in with that thought of, okay, in the past, I would say dudes, but people were lying to me. People weren't actually being truthful to me. And
So would it be, do you think it would be possible to have trust issues without ever experiencing something that somebody was not like,
if somebody
honest or-
was being trustworthy or honest, yes,
Right.
I do think.
Oh,
Because
what would you call that?
it could be I just
Crazy?
mean no, yeah, well, because like so nobody was being, but I mean I was just operating or thinking from a place that because maybe you did something dishonest before, so now
The person is actually scared of.
yeah,
Got you.
So now it's like, oh, like I know I did this, so like everything you're thinking double, right?
I mean, that's actually like how. Like, there's a lot of times where like I'll hear a story from one of my guys. I think you're the same way. You hear a story from one of your guys, and because you can relate to that story so much because you was on the fuckboy. I'm not saying that you was, but you was on the fuckboy side of it. Where it's like, wait, no, I know exactly what's going on right there,
Right.
And it's because
What you're doing,
right,
yeah,
I
like,
did it. No, I did it. I ain't doing it.
Oh.
But I did it before, So yeah, that's I agree with that. I
Yeah.
agree with that. You know that you are guilty of something, so it's like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, now everything it's like a a two-edged sword.
Speaking of trust issues, my wife, Kels, my wife,
Shout out
you
my
hear it?
sister-in-law.
Yeah, Sersky. She recently went out with a coworker,
Right.
and he got there before her, or a old coworker. He got there before her, and then he ordered drinks, and then so the drink was sitting there when she got there. Obviously, I found out about all this stuff after the fact. The next day, she said that her stomach started feeling weird or whatever, and then she proceeded to tell me that story. And
Oh,
I'm just
boy.
like, at what point did we become those people who accept drinks that's already sitting there and not get
Oh,
doesn't
boy.
get ordered in front of you?
Right.
Like it kind of pissed me off, bro. Like if what?
Because that could be something that you don't necessarily think of until it happens to you. Like I know we see things like that in movies where people do things to drinks, but just like a lot of things in life, your mind doesn't go there until you have a personal connection with it.
But food,
Well,
drinks.
Again, so if this person has never shown any reason for her to not like think negatively, or you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
So it's like, why would you think something's wrong with it? You
So
don't
let
want to
me
create a
ask
problem where you think
you-
one is not there. What?
Let me ask you: if you was to go out with somebody,
No, sir.
forget the drink part. I think that's a no, sir.
Yeah.
But forget the drink part. If they already order your chili cheese dog,
No, sir.
right? So I don't know.
I mean, because the food is a little different too, right? Like my
it's the
food is
same thing as drinks.
Not well, a drink can stay colder. Actually, there's no facts behind that. Let me not go there.
The statistics.
But that's me personally. Like first of all, I know I told you I was gonna get chili cheese dog, but like, did you tell him to put extra cheese on it? Did you tell him to put some extra chili on it?
So it might not be
Or-
dressed the way you will. Like,
yeah, like,
gotcha.
and I'm gonna do that myself. Especially, I'm gonna pay for it. So don't. Yeah.
you don't want to be son. Why can't they pay for it?
Oh, you definitely pay for it, but yeah, you're going to order it while I'm there. You're not sorry. But I mean, there's been situations too, with if you went to maybe a cookout or you went to like a wedding invitation or
Yeah.
something like that, where food, maybe you came a little late, food was already prepared, you're not necessarily questioning it.
Right, but I think it's
I
a
know
little
it's
more
a different situation,
right,
but still,
environment.
I'm saying like why somebody, why my sister-in-law and maybe my wife too would not think of that
about it.
because you don't have a reason to.
I guess the reason why I felt some type of way just because after she said her stomach started hurting.
Well, yeah,
and then
I
I'm
would
thinking
feel some
like,
type of way too. Now you're associated with all these niggas.
Yeah.
Oh, what'd he do? What'd he do? What's his number right now?
yeah, bro.
Hope you ain't do nothing, my boy.
But I'm gonna try to hit that one more time. Hippotoma stress quip deliophobia.
Wrong.
Okay. he didn't give me a chance, bro. He gave me a fear. He said, "You sound like that kid." Duh.
You want a chance though, for real?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
I
worry
didn't
about getting a chance.
didn't even care.
All right, cool. Average blows. Listen, being competitive is a positive attribute. Being average
Oh, we
is a choice. I'm letting you know. And I think we're getting to the section where Kai has.
Okay, yeah. So information that a guru will make you pay for. This is how I like to close out the show. A lot of times you have people of some type of influence, and then they'll take advantage of people that's kind of hurting, and they'll make you pay for basic information or sometimes information that doesn't work at all. And since since today we were talking
Tragic.
about right, big tragic. Since today we were talking about phobias, and bro actually mentioned the phobia with scared of mice, acnophobia, arachnophobia, arachnophobia, mice. This is actually tailored to that. So if you have like mice or whatever, and I've had mice in my apartment and here at this house, and you lay down any type of trap, whether it's the sticky traps or if it's the hard wood traps that kill them right away. Sometimes mice, rats, they're smart, so they have found ways to if they get trapped, they found ways to move the trap and go to their homies and pull them off or something like that. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but so what I found that works is if it's a sticky trap, you can actually you don't want to glue especially if you got hardwood floors, but tape down the sides so that way with some duct tape down the sides so that way they can't move once they're stuck on that trap. Or if you don't necessarily, not that you don't care about your floors, but you want to get rid of the rat or the mouse, you if you got the wooden trap, you nail it down so when they get stuck in it, they can't move. They're just done. And that is information that a guru will make you pay for.
Nice. You know what? We have a cousin who told me about a problem that he had with some rodents.
Right.
And they was outsmarting them every time, and that could have worked.
Yeah, I think I actually got that second one from him.
Nice.
Nailing down a thing. So shout out to Kurt. Appreciate you, bro. And so that's how we are actually gonna wrap up this show. Appreciate everybody for making it this far. We'll catch you on the next episode. You dig?
Alrighty.
Gang.
Average blows.